Hey guys, Mitko here from DNModels, and today we're reviewing MiniArt's 35147 L1500A Kfz.70 German personal car. The kit was released back in 2012, and so far we have a couple of versions including 2 cargo trucks, 2 personal carriers, and 2 fire trucks. The kit has 467 parts, of which 86 are photo-etch and a couple of them are transparent. Whichever version you decide to get, it is highly detailed and very accurate. This particular one, the personal carrier, was used mostly in the Eastern Front of the Second World War, and some of those were used in France as well. It is very interesting looking vehicle, convertible, with interior, engine, highly detailed chassis, and it's superb quality in terms of molding. The camouflages presented in the box are 4 in total. That's what we have as a start of the instruction sheet. The first one is from 1944 in France. The second one is a winter camouflage from February-March 1943. Third one is again 1943 from Battle of Kursk. And the last from North Africa, African yellow staff car. There is a very nice and thorough description of the paints. Vallejo Tamiya testors Revell Humbrol, Mr. Color and Life Color are included. Of course, there is an explanation which color is which in case you decide to make your own choice for buying paints. These are very widely used colors, so this shouldn't be a problem for any modeler. The instructions are made from high quality paper, and the only thing missing is the short history of the vehicle itself. After the camouflage schemes, the first thing we see is the description of the sprues. First couple of steps are building the Daimler-Benz 60 horsepower engine. Next is the chassis. It is a combination of many details, and the alignment might be tricky here. You gotta be very careful because huge parts are in combination with small ones, and the whole process looks intimidating, especially for newbie molders. Very interesting part is the radiator. It can be super detailed with photo-etch mesh and the photo-etch Mercedes-Benz logo. Although, as you will see a bit later, the plastic part is not bad at all. Even though the chassis is very complicated in general, this is a nice addition and will be warmly accepted from most of the molders out there. Alongside its build, there is some small and intricate photo etch parts which really makes it shine. Something interesting, the photo etch which is in between the two halves of the jerry can is the first that I see on a model. This is also a non-standard challenge for a modeler, but it's something interesting. Some parts of the build of the chassis can be left unglued in order to be left movable or positionable. The interior is crowded, which is another nice addition. Besides the seats, we can find jerry cans, we can find rifles and small stuff like that makes the model shine even more. Assembly of the tires is a bit different from the GAZ-AA trucks, but is also nice. The outer tire is one whole piece, and the side one gets inside of it, plus one photo-etch ring. One must be very careful when assembling everything together because the geometry needs to be spot on if you want everything to be fit inside of the vehicle. On the other hand, this was made easy by the clean and clear instructions. So if you take your time and follow everything with patience, you'll have no trouble whatsoever. The front and the back doors can be left open or closed depending on your personal preference, but with this interior inside, I would suggest everything to be open so you can show your work to others. This is a convertible vehicle and the top can be left aside, not gluing it, to show everything inside in case you want to have your doors closed. MiniArt also left an option to be folded, which eliminates the hassle. The engine bonnet can be open or closed, but with this wonderful engine inside, there is no doubt about it what will be the option chosen here. Pretty much nothing to complain about from this kit from MiniArt. Concluding everything, if you're patient and if you follow the instructions and be careful with the alignment, everything should be a breeze. First parts I'm gonna show you are the photo etch, the transparent parts, and the decals. The decals are kind of yellowish, but old school modelers know that this is very easily repairable. Putting your decal sheet on the window where the sun shines usually solves this problem within a day or two. The transparent parts are wonderful, very clean and very clear. The headlights have corrugation over them. All in all, perfectly molded. We have 2 sprues of those. There are 2 small photo-etch sheets which are nice and clear, thin and flexible. The radiator mesh is on one of those and it's very delicate. You gotta be careful when sanding that if you decide to sand it at all. Both photo-etch sheets are nothing special when you look at them, but once on the model, they promise to make it really nice. Working with those definitely needs some experience and attention. The decals, the transparent parts, and the photo-etched sheets are the most trickiest part of this build. The first sprue that I'm gonna show you is sprue B, which contains the parts of the engine, the radiator, timing belt, cooling prop, bonnet of the engine, some parts of the suspension, and some small additional items. Everything is clearly molded with no flash, no defects, very up to date. I'm not sure is this the plastic that MiniArt are using since late 2015 on, which is the new supplier, but it looks like it. The one they used before caused some troubles, but this here looks pretty flexible to me. Hopefully, with all those small details, we'll have no troubles with it whatsoever. Here you can see the seats, the steering wheel, some small parts and lines, parts for the soft cover, some parts of the suspension, as well as some additional sub-assemblies. This sprue had some residue over the plastic. I have no idea what it is, but it's there. Nothing serious. If you wash your model, this shouldn't be a trouble whatsoever. There we have a few little sprue with the rifles and the soft cover folded. The weapons are depicted perfectly according to my personal opinion, and they are enough to put some into this vehicle and leave some using them in another kit. Folding part also is textured wonderfully. What I like most is the many options that you have along the build, especially the convertible part. From the next sprue, we have 2. They hold the wheels, the rims, and they are all with superb texture. I believe that no resin will be needed with this build. The wheel seems to be strong side for MiniArt. Here are also the suspension springs, some additional sub-assemblies, very small, tiny parts which are molded perfectly. Next we have the side doors, the tools, the jack, the jerry can, which, as you saw in the instruction, is combined with photo-etch part. There are also highly detailed drivetrain parts attached to this sprue. They also look intimidating, but they aren't in fact. The last and the biggest sprue that I'm gonna show you contains the sides of the car, the fenders, the hood, the floor is also there and it's wonderfully textured. Also present are parts of the chassis, some small handles, sub-assemblies of the vehicle, everything molded nicely. The only flash visible is on the hood, which represents the soft part of the convertible. And to be frank, it's not a big deal at all. This is sprue E. Everything summarized promises to be a great looking vehicle once built. Amazing amount of detail. So pretty much that is all with MiniArt's L1500A Kfz.70 German personal car, model 35147. Thanks to MiniArt for providing this kit for review. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit the like button if you did. Subscribe if you like my reviews. That is all for today, and see you in the next one.